Welcome to the channel, Modern Man Soul. Please like, sub, share, hit the bell, and all that good stuff. Really helps me out, homie. Today, we're going to be covering a topic that I think needs to be covered periodically by everybody because men, a lot of the time, don't keep this up. They just don't. You know what I'm saying? Especially nowadays, they just don't keep it up. They're like, you know what? It is what it is. Accept me as I am. But I'm here to tell you, gentlemen, if you're in the dating game, if you're out here on the prowl, if you're looking for somebody to spend some time with or a lifetime, you definitely need to keep this up. Now, what am I talking about exactly? What I'm talking about is your clothing, your fashion. You have to keep that up if you're going to be out here red pilling females, blue pilling females, whatever. If you're out here, you got to be on top of it. And what I mean by keeping on top of it, I don't mean follow the latest fashion trends. I don't mean that. Unless you're like, a 20-year-old, maybe that's important to you. Okay, go right ahead. But for just a modern man, you need to make sure to look decent on dates. And I'm going to give you guys great examples of what I mean. That way it sticks into your head. All right. So, number one, when you go to a bar, you go to a club, you go to a lounge, you go to the store, wherever you are in public, when a woman sees you, the first thing she's going to notice, aside from your looks, is what you have on. Why? Why are they looking at that? Why are they looking at that, modern man? Let's follow the white rabbit. The reason why they look at that is because they kind of put you into a category, into a box in their mind. If you look at the screen here, you're going to see two dudes dressed completely differently. And even you yourself watching this video, you can look at these two dudes and you're already thinking, you're already kind of stereotyping. This guy is this way, he's into these things. This guy's into that stuff, into those things. That's the same way a female's brain works. When she sees a dude pulling up looking like the dude on the left, she's going to think something. Does she mesh with that? Maybe she wants to look more into that lifestyle. The dude on the right, she's like, I can get with that. Makes sense to me. Probably a little more to him. I'll figure that out as we talk. That's the way it goes. Now, if you guys look like this guy right here in the middle, then you probably already know what the woman's thinking because you're thinking the same thing. Dude's a bum. No way in hell is this guy gonna get any play from any female out there unless he's looking for other bums, other homeless individuals. Just saying, just saying. All right. The second point to this too is that when you have your fashion together, you have your style together, call it what you want. When you have it together, a female can respect that because when a woman sees you and you approach her, right, as a human being, you have some respect for people just as a human being. They're humans, you're humans. There's just a thin line of respect, lines you don't cross, things like that. For example, you're not going to pull up on somebody you just met or just seen, start cussing in their face. No, you approach people respectfully. Okay. So when you have your style together, your fashion together, and it looks decent, it looks good, you look clean, you look put together, it looks like you put a little bit of thought into what you got on. Even if you didn't, it just looks like you did. Already, she ticks off a box. Okay, respectable. He looks cool. He looks clean. Perfect. If you show up in overalls with dirt on them and grease all over your hands, you know what I mean? It's scruffy beard just for no reason. You're not even going for a scruff look. It's just what it is. Yeah, you're not going to really get that box ticked off. They're going to be like, yeah, this dude right here looks a little messy. But needless to say, if you look decent enough, there it is. You got a little respect there, a little respect point, tally mark. Call it what you want. You're getting it. Okay. So when you're in this dating game, you have to remember you got to look like something. Okay. Look like anything you want, but you just got to look like something. You can go for the looks of like, Zuckerberg, which is just a plain polo, look like a tech nerd, plain polo, pants, sneakers. Cool. All right, great. I mean, tech nerd, right? But just keep in mind, depending on who puts that on, you can look like a serial killer. So be careful with that. Just putting that out there. Think Ted Bundy. Okay. Be careful with those looks because you can look a little off depending on the person, and ultimately, if you have trouble maintaining a style or looking for a style, go on the internet. That's all you got to do these days. You can literally go online and say, date night clothing men, streetwear clothing men. Type that into your browser. You're going to get and go to images. You're going to see a bunch of images of different things. Let's say you see this image right here. I literally typed in streetwear older man. Look at all these options. You can see here what this guy's wearing. You can literally type in that information into Amazon and you will find this whole outfit just by searching what he got on. Black pants, men. Find your size, buy it. Brown shoes, man. Find your size, buy it. Brown jacket, man. Find it, buy it. You see what I'm saying? You can put together an outfit just like that, just by using Google. I mean, in this day and age, there is no excuse for you not to have any fashion, any style sense, because you don't even got to think about it anymore. You could just look online and copy it. Okay. And let's say you didn't want to copy exactly what that person has on, then you can just look at the inverse, right? So say the dude has on, brown shirt, yellow pants, red shoes. You can do, okay, I'm going to do, brown shoes, red pants, yellow shirt or whatever. You get what I'm getting at. You can just do the opposite. Okay. And if you really suck at this, just use AI. Use Google AI, use Gemini, use ChatGPT, use Claude, use all of them. Just use whatever to find an outfit, and you will. Okay. And you will. There should be no excuses anymore to looking decent. The only problem you're going to have is if you don't know your size, then yeah, you're going to be shopping for a minute if you're like a heavier set dude. But ultimately, your fashion matters in dating. It matters 100% because, like I said in the beginning, if a female sees you, she's going to try to put you together, put that puzzle together real quick within seconds. She's like, okay, goth, punk rocker, businessman. Maybe he does real estate, doctor, whatever, homeless man, lives with his mama. You know what I mean? Like they know what they're doing. Say you wear Jordans with jeans and a jacket and a chain and some sunglasses and a grill. Okay, maybe he's into entertainment, rapping, something. You get what I mean? That's what they do. And if the woman is not into that lifestyle or she don't want to learn more about it, doesn't want to go into that world, she'll boo you. She'll be like, okay, yeah, haha, yeah, cool. Yeah, have a nice night. They're gonna hit you with the have a nice nights. That's just the way it works. Like if you look like a farmer, like Farmer John with overalls, some boots, a little straw hat, and you walk into a lounge, they're playing rap music. Majority of the women there aren't into farmers, so they're not going to give you any play. All right, they have their club dresses on. They don't got Levi's on with a tank. They're not doing that. So when they see you and you say, "Hey, how's it going?" They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, doing all right. You have a good night though. All right, you have a good night, love." They're not into it. They're not into it. Not to say you can't try to woo them and get them, but just saying from the initial, they're like, I don't need none of that in my life. I don't like farm animals. Okay. And that's just the name of the game, homie. But let me know what you guys think at the end of the day. Like, comment, sub, all that good stuff. Follow the White Rabbit, Modern Man Soak, and I'm out.